some noise for the undefeated Ronald the Thrill Gavril!
Ronald Gavril starting to get talked about as a live prospect at 168 pounds. He has won all of his 9 professional fights, 7 of them coming by way of knockout. He's coming off a 4th round 2 KO. That was in his last fight on May 3rd. No secrets to the style of the former Romanian national champion. It's get on the gas quickly and stay on the gas. He's a pressure fighter, good power in both hands. Maybe the most impressive thing about Gavril so far in his professional career is his ability to finish. If you're hurt, you're gone, says his trainer, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, who'll be in his corner tonight. He is the naturally bigger man in this fight and looks to take the next step in this competitive division against a guy with a similar style and similar ideas. Steve, take us through the numbers.
You look at the record of Gavril, Barry, mature rookie. Gavril fought only 32 pro rounds, but that's deceiving because he has all that amateur experience. He's 27, and he's already fought on the undercards of Mayweather super fights. Easy start. Predictably, Gavril's faced nobody of note so far. His real work comes in the gym, where he spars with stablemates Badu Jack, J. Leon Love, and former amateur star Cuba Arias. And more, please. Gavril's been a pro almost 3 years, and this will be only his 10th fight. To get better, he needs to get busier.
So with that, the stage is set for our first of 3 fights tonight, all in the 168-pound division. Thomas Falowo and Ronald Gavril, 8 rounds or less. For the official introduction of the fighters, we take you to the center of the ring, and the ring announcer for tonight's festivities, Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Pearl here at the Palms Casino Resort in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. A very good evening and welcome to Showbox, the new generation. Presented by Floyd Mayweather's Mayweather Promotions in association with Showtime. And sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. And all fight fans, we are set to go with our first bout tonight. 8 rounds, this scheduled in the super middleweight division. The 3 judges scoring at ringside: Dick Howe, Patricia Morse-Jarman, and Glenn Trowbridge. And when the bell rings and the action begins inside the ring, your referee in charge, Hall of Famer Robert Byrd. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gray trunks trimmed in black, he weighed officially 166 pounds even. His professional record in 14 bouts, 12 victories, 2 defeats with 8 wins coming by way of knockout, hailing from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Here is Thomas, the Soldier Falowo. And next his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears red with black and weighed in also 166 pounds. In 9 professional bouts, he is perfect. 9 victories, no defeats with 7 big wins coming by way of knockout. From Romania, here is the undefeated Ronald the Thrill Gavril.
1-1.
Let's go. Let's go. Gentlemen, you have your instructions in the dressing room. The only thing I'm going to remind you of now, when I tell you stop, what that means is stop whatever you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Gentlemen, let's do this.
The stare of Falowo. Nothing coming back, though. We take a look at the numbers. Falowo comes in 166, second highest weight of his career. And what he has to do tonight is prove he's big and strong enough to withstand Gavril's pressure. And the rules here in Nevada, no standing 8, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round. And the accidental foul rule before the end of 4, it's a no decision. After that, we would go to the cards, Barry.
Yeah, Gavril wanted nothing to do with that stare down. And when we talked to Falowo yesterday, he was telling us he hates it when they don't look back at him. So round 1, and Falowo is clearly in there against the guy who can really bang.
Yeah, I think the difference here in this fight is going to be that Gavril is just the more technical, sound fighter. You know, he's got that big amateur pedigree. Came from Romania. I think, you know, he's a kid that comes from poverty. And, you know, he's hungry. That's why nobody wants to spar him in the money team, in the Floyd Mayweather gym.
Yeah, they say in the gym, nobody's raising their hand to work out with him.
In terms of amateur experience, Gavril, a top European amateur, lots of amateur fights. Falowo, all regional fights. You see a big advantage for Gavril there. And in terms of pro experience, well, not very many fights really for either guy. Falowo has gone a few more rounds, but nothing significant.
Falowo said he's trying to be a little bit more of a boxer. His style normally is just to come ahead, but against a puncher like Gavril, that could be suicide.
Yeah, Gavril is a guy that throws very short punches. As you see, I'm not gonna call him the soldier. I'm gonna call him the soldier, right? The soldier,
as it's spelled.
He's a little bit more wider on his punches.
Asked him about his name. It is pronounced Falowo. It's Nigerian. His father originally from Nigeria. His mother from the Cape Verde Islands. But he was born and raised in Rhode Island.
Most of the Nigerian fighters in the last 30, 40 years have all been heavyweights. Very rare you get one that's not a heavyweight.
Good straight right hand. I think that got Falowo's attention.
Absolutely. I think he hurt him. And that's the worst mistake Falowo could make. He just got hurt by a lead, and he opens up and throws more punches. He's taking more risks. He needed to take his time and just recuperate. There he gets caught again.
And since these guys are both aggressive by nature, the guy who hurts the other guy first, that could be a very big thing. Because, yeah, I mean, if the soldier starts fighting a defensive fight, that could be it.
Gavril very patient with his punches. Body shot with the right hand. Came upstairs with the right hand.
And that's what I mean. He's a more technical, sound fighter. He just, the right hand, he changes it up. Up the middle, through the jab, then through again the right hand, but down to the body.
10 seconds remaining here in the first round. There's another right hand that got through the defense. Falowo. Good work. Good work.
The jab is looking good, but I need you to double it. Before you throw your right hand, 2 jabs, then right hand, left hook. All right? Keep the pressure on him. All right? Don't forget the body. Good work. The jab is working perfect. How you feel? It's working. No problem. There you go. Take a drink. Drink this one. Mouthpiece. Set it up. Set it up. Mouthpiece. Go. Mouthpiece.
Very limited conversation, really, in both corners.
I think Eddie Mustafa liked what he saw. You know, Eddie trains Badu Jack and Jillian Love also, and they have good jabs. And I think that's the one punch he wants to see more of, or at least more effectively from Gavril.
Yeah, Gavril really does have very much of a pro style. Of course, now he is a professional, but we talked to him about his style in the amateurs, and he said, same style.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that hits you anywhere, and he just puts that mental pressure on you. He's on top of you. He's relentless. And he'll break you down round by round. And so far, that's, you know, this is only his second round, but you see the impact that his punches are making here tonight.
Absolutely. In fact, that last shot was caught partially on the gloves of Falowo, still knocked it backward.
And the show stats from round 1, not good news for Falowo, because he threw 85 punches. That's good. Landed only 16, and that's against a fighter who's in the pocket right in front of him.
I think Mustafa Muhammad wanted Gavril to double up the jab and then come with the right hand. He hasn't really done that so far, and Falowo got in there with the right hand.
Well, that double jab, triple jab is going to get Gavril in closer to Soldier. Soldier needs to be on his legs. You know, he needs to work out the stick. He's got a long jab. And don't stand in front of Gavril. He's in danger there when he does.
There you go. Keep going over there.
Yeah, that jab is annoying by Falowo.
Yeah. Right into the body by Gavril. Slapping left hand by Gavril and then a right to the body. Gavril does have a tendency to slap a little bit with the left hand.
He does, and Raul's right about Falowo's right hand. It's a looping shot. But I don't know if the viewers can hear Peter Manfredo Sr. behind us, but he keeps yelling, stick, 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 because he feels Gavril doesn't have a very good jab, and his guy can win the fight just with his jab.
Another pretty good right hand, and that came behind the jab.
Gavril's punches are so much straighter. His power shot, his power right hand is so straight. Gets there fast.
Soldier's stick is working, but no power behind it. You know, you can't get respect like that from a fighter.
That time, Falowo I beg your pardon, did get inside. I think it was a better round for Falowo, but I'm not sure it was enough to win it.
I agree with you.
Well, the 7th season of Inside the NFL kicks off Tuesday, September 2nd at 9. Former 12-year NFL veteran safety and 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed, current Chicago Bears wide receiver Brandon Marshall, and Boomer Esiason join Phil Simms as analysts, along with new host Greg Gumbel.
Left hook, okay? It's there. That right uppercut was meant to score underneath, and you turned it over. I just need hand left hook. All right, but just tick and go both hands to the body. Easy fight. But the jab is going to make it easier. All right, that's what we're doing. Keep pumping that good jab. No problem, right? Sit down and dig to the body with both hands. He can't take it. He'll be out of here soon. Excuse me. The jab is the key with the pressure.
So here we go, round 3 of this 8-round fight.
What we haven't seen much from Gavril yet, Barry, is the body shots. That's supposed to be the strength of his game. But then again, Falowo's moving a lot. Tough to pound the body when you're constantly fighting on the outside.
Use your jab to the body, Ronald. Don't reach for nothing. Don't reach for it.
Check this stat out from Show Stats. Falowo's thrown 128 jabs in 2 rounds.
Yeah, well, that's his reputation as a busy guy who throws a lot of punches.
But he's only landed 4 more jabs than Gavril has.
Yeah.
So.
I'll tell you what, Soldier's a little bit lanky and awkward. You know, the way he comes, his arms are long and it's a little bit difficult to fight. Gavril can be put to sleep, you know, and let him do all the work.
Oh! Right hand drops him. Just a straight right hand.
That was nice.
5, 6, 7. Hey, you okay? Come to me.
I don't think it hurt him, but it certainly stunned him.
Second knockdown of Falowo's career.
There's that body shot. Strong one with the right hand. Gavril fighting now like he smells blood in the water.
Yeah, he's got to keep his composure and then set it up again. Work behind the jab. That's what got him there.
Again, a right to the head and a left behind it. Stepped in with a straight right hand and another one.
Well, Gavril's really turning it up now. It's like a different fighter. The intensity level has just picked up.
Yeah.
And Soldier now in survival mode.
Gavril, very heavy-handed puncher.
Yeah, I like that right hand. It's very straight.
Yeah, straight, strong. He sets down on it nicely.
Taking his time, keeping his composure. He didn't go wild. Sometimes when you drop an opponent, you go wild and you swing. You get caught yourself. But this time, you know, he kept his hands up, worked the body again, big shots.
Got a lot of big shots in this round, and Falowo taking a lot of punishment.
This is where Gavril should counter to the body. He's taking the fight out of Falowo.
there's a long 30 seconds for Soldier Boy.
Sure is.
He's looking for help now.
Good left hand to the body, moment to go by Gavril.
And if Gavril times that jab, you won't see Falowo throwing that jab anymore because he got put on his butt by a right hand. He doesn't want it to happen again. You see how much less he's jabbing now. That's why.
That was a left hand right on the button.
Stop, I got it. Stop. Stop. That's all.
Big round for Gavril.
And as a result, big lead for Gavril.
Close. Come in. He's on water. Fuck. Listen, relax. You got caught with the one jab. Your left hand was down, and he caught you over. Just what we've been talking. You cannot lose focus. That's his main shot.
Take a look at action from round 3. Again, he jabbed, but he didn't bring it back. And he got counted with a right hand, a perfect straight right hand.
Big Badu Jack might be watching that.
Yeah. And Peter Manfredo Sr. is correct. His hand was low, and that's why he got hit. But mentally, he is going to stop throwing that jab as much. Watch the jab coming out, and he gets hit. And he's not going to throw the jab as much now because he doesn't want to get hit with the counter right. So it's going to take away the one weapon that he's been successful with so far.
This is round 4. Gavril coming off a big round 3.
Use your jab too, Ronald.
We talk about Falowo being the smaller guy naturally. I don't see the power in his right hand.
Yeah, no.
That he needs, Raul. You agree?
I agree. No, look, double jab lead, no power. I mean, yes, I totally agree. Gavril is like a brick wall, just coming towards him.
Barry, you notice how Raul keeps calling him Soldier? That's because he knows that there's a $10 fine if he mispronounces Falowo.
That's right.
You're 10-0 already, Barry, by the way.
Yes. But I'm using it more. I have a higher percentage.
And dominance in round 3 for Gavril. Not throwing that many power shots, but 23-4. That says it all. It's 10-8 round for Gavril. He's way ahead.
It's just breaking Falowo down.
Most definitely. It's just a matter of time. You see Soldier keeps hanging on. Gavril needs to take advantage of there in the inside. Just push him off of him. Soldier's tired. And body shots. They're hurting him. Solid body shots by Gavril.
Oh, right hand slipped in there by Falowo, but he took a right hand return.
I really feel Gavril set the tone in the very first round because these are two aggressive fighters. But one's a natural 68-pounder, the other's really a middleweight. And Gavril proved the stronger guy in the very first round, and it changed the way the fight's been fought.
Yeah, and Falowo so much said that. He said he's more comfortable at 160.
Right, he said he still can make 160.
I want to go back to 160 after this fight.
Gavril may be looking for that right hand a little bit too much. There's some body work.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let his arm go.
I like to see Gavril come up when he throws body shots both sides of the body. Come up to the head, too. Come up the middle. Soldier is there for everything. He's taking everything.
That was a body shot straight a little bit low, actually.
Shots land for Falowo, but just not enough on him.
Just
not enough power.
A little short with that uppercut.
Pretty good speed there by Soldier. Oh, he caught him again. Gavril getting a little bit lazy there.
That's by far the best round of the fight for Falowo.
By far. Well, coming up next, here's the guy we've been talking about, Badu Jack, and he's a guy, as Raul pointed out, with something to prove tonight. And he's in there with a pretty tough guy in Escalera. Midway through this fight now into 4 rounds, and it was all Gavril early, but a little bit of a comeback for Falowo in the last round.
Yeah, the halftime numbers, you see that Falowo doing well with the jabs. Not a high percentage, but matching Gavril with the jab. The difference, of course, the power shots, a very high percentage. And we take a look at the knockdown from round 3 in an 8-round fight. When you were in a win around 10-8, that's critical. Gavril did just that with that counter right hand in the 3rd round.
So we'll see what that little burst in the last round does for Falowo. It's not too late for him.
Five.
What this 5th round is going to tell us, was that a last stand for Falowo?
We're going to find out.
Well, it doesn't look like it. First 15 seconds, I think he's following the momentum that he did in the last round. Punches and bunches, speed, the long jab, I think gave Gavril a little bit of problems. He might be getting a little bit too lazy and looking to land every shot to knock him out with power shots. You know?
Yeah, and good for Falowo for coming back, because he looked totally out of it.
Yeah.
Last round, they landed just about the same number of punches, but I thought Falowo won the round because it looked like he hurt Gavril.
I gave it to Falowo.
Now maybe Gavril in the role of boxer a little bit more. A little more movement from him.
I think the speed and movement of Soldier Boy. I'm giving him a new nickname, Soldier Boy. Maybe he'll like it. Hey, as long as he wins, I'm sure he'll like it.
There was a right hand again by Gavril that knocked Falowo backward.
I say Gavril's relying maybe too much on that right hand, but I'll tell you, Falowo, when he jabs, that left hand comes down low, and he's there to be countered with that perfect right hand again, but it hasn't happened since that 3rd round.
2 good body shots. Excellent body shots by Gavril.
And a left hook from Gavril, we haven't seen many of those.
I think Mustafa Muhammad was asking for that.
Free up your hands. There you go.
This is good for Gavril, being tested like this. Looked like it was going to be a blowout after 3 rounds.
Yeah, it looked like that, but this is good work, good experience for a young prospect like Gavril.
Yeah, Falowo's not pretty, and he doesn't have a lot of power, but he's working.
Oh, trust me, he's making him think. You know, he's got that worried look now. The first 3 rounds, he was pretty comfortable, but now you could tell. Look at his face. You know, when a fighter's not as confident as he was before, so he knows he's in a fight.
It's a pretty good jab that he has, actually.
Yeah, it's an annoying jab.
Yeah.
And he throws so many of them. He's got a long reach.
Look at that, throwing from a different angle. Gavril just saw his strength.
Well, another round in which Falowo battled him.
I don't know, this is a close round to me, guys.
I go Gavril basically for his work in the first minute of the round.
We are here at the Palms in Las Vegas, just off the strip in Las Vegas. The room is the Pearl, and this is our first fight of 3 fights, all in the 168-pound division. Everybody trying to make a mark. Barry Tompkins, Steve Farhood, El Campeon, Raul Marquez alongside, telling you all about it. Balmy, what, 103, 104 today here in Las Vegas? Nice.
No sunscreen for me.
Well, last May, Floyd Mayweather beat a tough and determined Marcos Maidana by majority decision. This September, they're going to do it all over again. Can Maidana expand on his unprecedented success against boxing's pound-for-pound king, or will Mayweather dominate his unorthodox opponent the second time around and further his legacy? Find out September 13th, live on Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to be talking to the legend, Floyd Mayweather, in just a few minutes. Steve's loading up questions for him.
Loading up. I have overhand rights. I have left hooks.
Got to have everything.
No low blows, I promise.
So you're a little bit like Maidana. You got a little bit of everything.
Forearms.
And as usual, he'll dodge, slip.
111 punches for Falowo in round 5. But he was outlanded, 32-24.
I still have this pretty dominantly in favor of Gavril. I did give the 4th round to Falowo, but that's all I could see him winning. Right hand again, a good one. I think that got Falowo. I think Falowo was hurt. And Gavril now gets him in a corner.
Yeah, if Falowo's slowing down, Gavril's the one that hasn't been this distance that often. But again, he's the bigger guy, and I think that. And he also has a lot of focus. You see how determined he is in the ring.
Yeah, I like the fact he doesn't waste punches. He seems to have a good sense of when his opponent is hurt and when he's not.
That punch is still there for him, that counter right hand. Watch when Falowo jabs, how low it comes back.
That's what Gavril needs, more than body shots. He just threw a lead right to the body. I think he needs more of them. That'll stop Soldier Boy a little bit. He's still got enough. There you go. That's it. You don't like that.
I think those body shots are having an effect.
Yes.
Yeah, as soon as Falowo stops his movement, there's the body work. You see it right away.
And when he holds, he's got to bump him off. Just a little push off, because Soldier Boy leans on him, so he's got to bump him off of him and just keep working him. You let him recuperate. Every time he leans on you like that, he's recuperating from whatever he's hurting. You know, he might be hurting from a body shot or a head blow. Don't allow that. Just keep him hurting.
Awkward looking right hand. Falowo just hasn't landed enough power shots to be in this fight. That's his problem. He's game. He's in shape.
Yeah, game in shape. Throws a good jab. Busy with it.
It's a good style for Gavril. You know, it's a good learning experience.
Yeah.
This is going to take him a long way in the future.
Talk about how determined and focused Gavril is. Yesterday when we asked him about his friendships with the other super middleweights in his gym, he said, "I have no friends."
Yes.
That was chilling. Ivan Drago.
I was about to say, the way you said that, that sounded like
I must break
Ivan Drago. Yes.
I will break you. He's not in Mayweather's gym to get autographs, I promise.
Another excellent round for Gavril.
And we take a look at Mr. Escalera as he warms up.
Escalera and Badu Jack, that's coming up next. Escalera, a really confident guy. If that wins fights, then he's got a shot.
I can go over here and just kind of buckle him a little bit, hit him with a right hand, and kind of step back. So, you know what I mean? You got to stay on him. Okay. This is 7 coming up. Everything behind the double jab. Everything behind the double jab, all right? You look real good, but keep the jab and give me some head movement. Give me some head movement. That's all I need, all right? Hey. I need some head movement. Keep that good jab on. There we go.
So we come to round 7 of this 8-round fight.
Sometimes Barry and Raul, the numbers tell the story, and Gavril has landed 59% of his power shots. I can't think of too many fights where a guy's landed that percentage and not won the fight.
This is the type of fight, Gavril, this is round 7. You know, he's still got another round. He might stop him, but, you know, talking about experience, he's going to go back and look at this fight, and every fight is a learning experience. He's going to say, if I would have just applied a little bit more pressure and worked the body a little bit more, and when he was holding on, I pushed him out, I might have been able to stop this guy, Stevie. I think he could have stopped him. He had him hurt plenty of times, and he didn't really take advantage. But it's all about learning. It's all about experience, and hey, he's getting better. It's a good fight for him.
Yeah, I mean, I still think by and large, it's pretty impressive. I think he's got a live opponent tonight who's in there really trying to beat him.
Becoming a jab fest this 7th round, and if I had a criticism of Gavril, it said he's letting Falowo's jab be too big a factor. It's all Falowo has.
And Eddie Mustafa told him in the corner, you know, his defense, he's getting hit with lighter punches. You know, if Soulja Boy had more power, he's catching him with some good shots, and Gavril's not moving his head enough. And Eddie told him, you got to move your head a little bit more.
Wait, is it me, or can you count the number of left hooks these guys have thrown on one hand?
It's not you.
Okay. There's the counter right hand.
Yeah, and I think Falowo in a little bit of trouble again, covering up against the ropes now. And there's a big left hand from Gavril. Gavril now trying to close the deal.
See, that's it. He got to push him off.
And he's got him hurt against the ropes once again. And that may be it. It's over just like that.
Good win for him. Good job.
And Raul touched upon it. The most impressive thing about that was that he didn't let Falowo hold. He kept his arms free and he kept punching.
Yeah, I think for a guy who's only had 10 professional fights, he seems wise beyond his experience. Just in terms of how he handles himself in the ring. I like the idea that when he wasn't really sure the guy was hurt, he didn't necessarily go rushing in there throwing wild punches.
Agreed. You know, the #1 best asset for a prospect is that amateur experience. He's got it in spades.
Yeah, fought as an amateur at a very high level. A lot of his fellow Romanians went on to Canada to turn professional, but he came to Los Angeles because he's very good friends with a Romanian heavyweight who had turned pro prior to him, and he brought him to L.A.
Yeah, Lucien Bouteille's Romanian, and Adrian Diaconu and Leo Durin, all Romanian world champions. He hopes to become the 5th, Michael Lowe being the 4th.
All right, we get a chance to take another look at what happened at the finish.
Yeah, it's the punch I was calling for all fight, that overhand counter right hand. It's the punch that knocked Falowo down in round 3, and it's a punch that hurt Falowo here in the 7th. And at that point, it's just that Gavril was real smart. He didn't smother his own power. He didn't fall forward, and he kept his hands free.
There's exactly what you're talking about right there.
And right now, you know that Robert Byrd's ready to call it day. Just nothing coming back, and he happened to stop the fight as Falowo was throwing a punch, but it's good stop.
Yeah, I thought it was well stopped. Experienced referee, Robert Byrd.
It's a good finish.
Yeah.
Guy knows how to finish.
Yeah, he does, and which is exactly what Eddie Mustafa Muhammad told us yesterday, that if you're hurt, you're gone. Disappointment on the face of Thomas Falowo. I can see him going back to 160 pounds. Meantime, I got to think we're going to see more of this guy.
Indeed. Again, as I said in the open, when you fight for Floyd Mayweather, you're going to get opportunities, and with Gavril's amateur experience and with Eddie Mustafa as his trainer, why not? And the big number here, 61% for Gavril at the power shots. You see that Falowo was busier with his jab, 378 jabs in 7 rounds. That's quite a bit. But again, the low percentage of connects. And Gavril also did some body work, perhaps not as much as we would have liked to have seen. But you add it all up, the counter right hands and the body punches, and it weakened Falowo up to the point where Gavril was able to finish.
All right, let's take it to the center of the ring. Joe Martinez will make it all official. Joe?
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 2 minutes, 14 seconds, round number 7. Referee Robert Byrd stops this contest. Your winner by TKO victory and still undefeated, Ronald "The Thrill" Gavril.
Well, the Thrill lived up to his nickname, I think, Raul.
Yes, he did. Very impressive. He worked working like he does in the gym, and he got the stoppage.
10-0 now, 8 stoppages along the way, and I thought he did everything right. And what particularly impressed me about him is the guy only had 10 fights as a professional. He looks like a guy who's probably had 15, 20 fights.
Yeah, very poised, very calm. When he hurt him, he took his time. He didn't go swinging wild. And what I said was he needed to push him off of him when he was holding. And when he did hurt him, and you saw Soulja Boy trying to hold on, he pushed him off, and he just kept working, and he got the stoppage. Great win for him.
All right, still more fighting to come here from The Pearl in Las Vegas. Coming up later, undefeated J. Leon Love, that is, looks to stay that way. He'll face Porky Medina. And coming up next, Badu Jack looking to rebound from a devastating knockout loss. He'll face Jason Escalera. Saturday, September 13th, live on pay-per-view, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather, will fight Marcos Maidana. Maidana gave Floyd a real run during their first encounter. What will a rematch bring? You can get an inside look at the fighter's preparation and build up to the big showdown on All Access Mayweather vs. Maidana 2, an encore edition following us tonight, and episode 2 premiering next Saturday night at 9. And for even more on Floyd Mayweather, here's Steve Farhood with the man himself. Steve?
Thank you, Barry. Floyd, great to have you here, back on Showbox.
Thanks for having me.
You're the promoter of this show, and we just saw one of your guys, Gavril, looking pretty good. What'd you think of this report card?
I was impressed. I thought that he should have went to the body a lot more, but you know, it's still a learning stage for him. But I think that he's a future world champion. Of course, Eddie Mustafa is one of the best trainers out there. He's working with Eddie Mustafa. He's still learning. He's still working hard in the gym. So, you know, in the future, it should be some good results.
We're getting pretty close to your fight, a couple of weeks away. You've been through so many camps in your career.
Yes.
How do the camps differ from one another, or are they all the same for you?
Well, it's, you know, I think this camp, I'm a lot stronger. You know, I'm eating a little bit different. You know, yoga, you know, making sure that my body is stretched the right way. Every camp is different. You know, we try to do different things, different camps, but I feel comfortable. I'm pretty sure my opponent's ready to fight because I'm ready to fight. I'm in tip-top shape, and every camp is not the same, but we try to be positive and just work hard.
Well, one of the things, Floyd, that makes this fight a little bit different, it's been a long time since you fought a rematch. Jose Luis Castillo was how many years ago? 12, 13 years ago. The psychology of a rematch is a little different than when you fight a guy only once. So discuss a little bit about how you think the psychology of a rematch, being that you fought Maidana already, will come into play in a couple of weeks.
I think that I'm just able to make adjustments and adapt very, very easy. I've made adjustments before, even with the Castillo fight. I made adjustments, so we just have to see how this fight play out. I'm in tip-top shape. I'm a lot stronger this fight, and my condition is where it needs to be.
Maybe it seems self-evident, but one of the adjustments you made allowed you to dominate the second half of the fight. You fought the fight in the middle of the ring. Is that what we're going to see on September 13th?
I think that if you look, the guy missed 90% of his punches. So I think it was very exciting for the first 3 or 4 rounds. And out of 12 rounds, I did give the guy 3 rounds, but I know I dominated for 9 rounds. I think the fans and the critics and the people are so used to seeing me win 12 rounds, 11 rounds, or they're used to seeing me knock a guy out, to whereas they seen a guy actually put up a good fight for 4 rounds. But then all through the fight, I was boxing, being smart and being sharp, and this guy was constantly being dirty.
I want to ask you about that because you've been very critical. And on All Access, we actually heard Robert Garcia during the fight say to his fighter, fight dirty. What happens in the rematch if you don't get the kind of help you need? If he fights the same fight, which he's likely to do, we take a look at action from the first fight. If he fights the same type of fight and you don't get the kind of help you need from the referee, what does Floyd Mayweather Jr. do in there?
Do like I did the first time. Go out there and win and be the best that I can be. You know, I can't look for any help from the referee, but I just truly believe in being on an even playing field. You know, I want the referee to do his job on both ends and just be fair.
Fair enough. Now, one of the things that makes this an interesting fight is that he was very aggressive. You were an outstanding boxer as usual. Are there any signs at age 37? Do you feel any signs? Forget what the critics say. Do you feel any signs of your body changing or having to make concessions to your age?
I felt good. You know, every time I go to training camp, I feel good. I think this time I'm gonna display something totally different from the first fight. I don't think really age plays a factor. I think just keeping my composure, being smart, being the same Floyd Mayweather. you know, that's what I truly believe in doing when I go out there.
Well, we look forward to that fight. Let's get a quick comment from you about Badou Jack for starters. We're going to see him next. He's coming off a first-round knockout loss. That's very hard to deal with. What did you say to him? What do you expect from Badou tonight?
Badou, it can happen to anybody. Any fighter can get caught cold. I think he lost. He got hit. It was a flash knockdown in the first round when he faced the guy. Got hit with a good shot. He wasn't able to recover. He took an L, but a true champion can take a loss and bounce back. And I think that Badou Jack tonight is gonna. I think he learned from that, you know, getting caught cold. I think he's gonna be warm when he come out. He's gonna come out and display his talent, display his boxing skills, and get the people what they want to see.
And J'Leon Love is getting close to a world title fight. Is it important that he not only win tonight but look good? So there's a demand for a title fight for J'Leon?
J'Leon Love, a Michigan native like myself. He's a hard worker. You know, I think that he needs to add the right hand to his arsenal a lot more, because he's really not using the right hand like he should use. But he got a tremendous jab, and if he wins this fight, I think he's ready for a title fight.
Well, we look forward to seeing your two guys in the next couple of fights. We really look forward to seeing you on September 13th, Floyd. Thanks for taking some time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, good luck. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Barry, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Steve, and thanks to Floyd Mayweather. Maidana 2, September 13th. You can see it on Showtime pay-per-view. So, who wins Mayweather-Maidana 2? Here's Showtime Championship Boxing's Al Bernstein to break it down for us.
31-year-old Argentine Marcos Maidana gave Floyd Mayweather his toughest fight in years in their first fight, and here's how he might take it a step further and win. The improved Maidana jab drove Mayweather to the ropes in their first fight, where Maidana raked him over the coals. Marcos lost energy in the later rounds of their first fight. This time, he's coming in at a lighter weight to have more energy. Right hands don't work against Mayweather unless you set them up with left hooks. Maidana dug left hooks to the body when he pinned Mayweather on the ropes. These shots created a mistake. Floyd uncharacteristically dropped his left hand, and Maidana nailed him with an overhand right. A repeat of this scene is what Maidana is looking for in the rematch. Not since his tough fight with Jose Luis Castillo in 2002 has Mayweather felt called upon to fight a rematch. Now he does so against Maidana. And to prevail, as he did against Castillo, here's what he needs to do. Number one on the list is keeping things in the center of the ring. The Mayweather right hand was effective in the second part of the first fight against Maidana. He'll need it all the way through this time. The times Mayweather does get pushed to the ropes in this fight, he has to counter better than he did in the first fight. Only on some occasions in the first fight did Mayweather counter with combinations like this off the ropes, catching Maidana with excellent shots. And then here, he would wheel away, escaping the danger of the ropes. This is exactly what he needs to do in the rematch.
Well, it all happens on September 13th. We get underway at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. You can see it all on Showtime pay-per-view. We come now to our second fight of the evening, also in the 168-pound division. Badou Jack looks to get back to contender status as he takes on Jason Escalera.